The Shanghai sky that afternoon looked normal, a soft gray with the sun slowly setting behind the tall buildings. However, behind the hustle and bustle of the busy international airport, there was something different in the air that day. Yes, Wang Yibo, the star who had just returned from France after attending a world-class fashion event. But what shook the fandom world was not his charming appearance in Paris, but the timing of his return. Because that day was just hours away from Xiao Zhan's birthday. Was it just a coincidence? Or a subtle move full of meaning? That question set the internet and the hearts of fans worldwide ablaze. A few days earlier, Yibo had dazzled in Paris, calm, elegant, and mysterious as always. The international fashion world was captivated. Everyone assumed he would stay longer, enjoying exclusive moments with major brands. But suddenly, without warning, someone spotted him at Charles de Gaulle Airport alone. Without his large entourage, without the cameras that usually followed his every move. He carried only a small bag, walking quickly toward his flight to Shanghai. Fans who followed his schedule knew exactly. There were no official events in Shanghai that week. So, why did he suddenly return home? It took only a second for the fandom to realize the date, October 5th, Xiao Zhan's birthday. And suddenly, the entire puzzle felt like it had found its final piece. A few days before his birthday, Xiao Zhan wrote a single sentence on Weibo that made fans' hearts skip a beat. Some surprises come without a sound, but they touch the heart. The words were simple, but they were full of hidden meaning. For those who have long followed the dynamics between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo, the sentence sounded like a whisper meant for someone. Someone who might be quietly preparing a surprise. Someone who knows that not all gifts need to be announced to the world. And when news of Yibo's sudden return spread, the entire fandom immediately connected on one thing. The silent surprise might have arrived. Since the Untamed, the relationship between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan has become a legend in its own right in the entertainment world. Their chemistry is so strong that it is difficult to distinguish between acting and reality. And even though time has separated their schedules, one thing always feels the same. An almost mystical synchronization. Posts at similar times. Complimentary gazes at separate events. Vague remarks that felt like silent conversations between souls. Fans called it Boshao synchronicity. A phenomenon where two hearts seemed to move in unison, even as the world tried to pull them apart. Some fans at Shanghai airport that night recounted. Yibo was seen carrying a small dark red bag, Xiao Zhan's favorite color. He looked nervous, yet calm. His gaze was steady, as if carrying something important, perhaps not an object, but a feeling. No large entourage, no camera flashes. Just a few trusted staff, and an atmosphere that felt more personal than professional. For the fans who witnessed that moment, it all felt like a secret mission. Not just a business trip, but a journey of the heart. Some fanbase accounts wrote on social media, "If it's true that Yibo is returning for Xiao Zhan's birthday, it's not just a surprise. It's love that dares to remain silent." For a long time, the public has been wondering, what exactly is the relationship between them? Yibo, with his quiet and reserved nature, rarely talks about other people. But every time the name Xiao Zhan comes up in an interview, his eyes change. There is a tenderness that is difficult to hide. A slight smile that only appears for one name. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan, known for his careful choice of words, often mentions a friend who gives him strength. He never mentions a name, but the tone of his voice says more than 1,000 words. And now, as his birthday approaches, with Yibo's mysterious return, many are wondering, is all of this just a coincidence, or part of a story that only the two of them know the ending to? Some fans who live near Xiao Zhan's house claim to have seen the lights in his house stay on late into the night, longer than usual. A figure was seen entering through the side door, accompanied by trusted staff. There are no photos, no evidence. But the rumors spread quickly, and strangely, no one tried to deny it. It was as if everyone agreed to let the story live in silence. For many people, silence is more beautiful than any clarification. Because sometimes, love doesn't need to be seen. It's enough to be felt through the atmosphere. The next morning, Yibo was seen in Shanghai, walking casually, wearing a simple jacket. He declined a short interview, offering only a small smile that was difficult to interpret. On the other hand, Xiao Zhan posted a simple photo with a short caption. "Thank you for your warm presence. No names, no signs." But for those who understood, that sentence was enough to make their hearts ache. Was it for Wang Yibo? Only they knew. However, the fandom world knew one thing. Love doesn't always need public recognition to be real. The fandom exploded. The hashtags #Wang Yibo back to Shanghai and #Happy Birthday Xiao Zhan flooded social media. Thousands of theories emerged. Did Yibo come bearing a gift? Did they meet secretly on that birthday night? Or was it all just the collective imagination of millions of hearts wanting to believe that love was still alive? But behind the speculation, there was something deeper, a warm feeling that was difficult to explain. Because whether real or not, the story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan had become a symbol of the beauty of a sincere relationship. One that didn't need the spotlight, didn't need a stage. Just presence, just coincidental timing, just a smile that appeared at an unexpected moment. And so, the birthday passed without a grand announcement, without a lavish party. But for many, it was one of the most romantic moments in silence. Because perhaps, on that quiet night, two souls who once united under the spotlight gazed at each other again, without needing many words. Wang Yibo, with his silence. Xiao Zhan, with his gentle smile. Two hearts that may no longer be seen together often, but still beat in the same rhythm. Did Yibo really come just for him? Perhaps we will never know. But as Xiao Zhan himself said, some surprises come without a sound. And perhaps this is one of them. In the spotlight-filled world of entertainment, they chose silence. In a world thirsty for proof, they chose meaning. And perhaps that is precisely where the beauty of their relationship lies. No need for acknowledgement, no need for clarification, because true love doesn't need a stage, it only needs the courage to remain. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Two names, two souls, two stars that somehow always find a way to shine in the same sky. And for us watching from afar, every step they take, every small coincidence, every faint smile, is a reminder that the most sincere love is often hidden in the silence.